The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gaz, an orc barbarian in search of adventure.
I'm Konnor Shenold. I play Konnor with a K, a Kobold Sorcerer who is a continuous thorn in the Empire's side.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play the half-elf roguish warlock Xonimus, who's going to take back everything he's ever lost.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a halfling druid who is determined to protect the frontier from the might of the Empire.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer finding his true family as revealed by the secrets of the frontier.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Callben Frontier.
After a restful night on the frontier, one in which Xonimus has formed a new deal with a different power, you've returned to the mine to seek and find Flight Crystal. Heading down the last unexplored path, one more obstacle stands in your way, a pair of Bulettes. Great beasts with large, gaping maws, stone gray in color, squat to the ground, a bit like a bulldog. They stand before you, hissing and growling. They haven't yet moved to attack, but they impede your progress. What would you all like to do?
I'm going to look at Mokrin and say, not disparagingly and kind of quiet, keep an eye on her.
Got it.
I'm going to look over to Gaz, nod. Gaz nods back. I'm going to turn, put my sword away, and start running headlong toward them. When I get where I would be within 30 feet of the spot behind them, I'm going to Misty Step
Okay.
to right behind them.
Okay.
That's my cue.
I will rage and fly into the tunnel and attack
The one on your left.
the one on my left.
Okay.
You said we were 40 feet,
Mhm.
so let's give it a shot. I'm really nervous about this spell failing, but I'm going to attempt to cast Geese on, I guess, the one on the right.
Okay.
So that is a wisdom saving throw of 16. And I'm just hoping these guys are kind of dumb.
17.
Curse word, curse word, curse word.
They have a strong bond. Well, at this point, kids, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Xonimus.
18.
Konnor.
5.
Gaz.
17.
Mokrin.
15.
Poppy.
9.
Xonimus. You're up first.
Does Mokrin tell us about the feet step thing? It knows where we are?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to put some distance between me and them, and I'll move my movement away to get further back. And the one on my left now, which is their right, I'm going to reach up on my robe and rub a star until it glows and flick my hand out as 7 streaks of light fly and swirl and smack into it.
Okay.
So all of that plus 1 each, so 27.
Okay. These multiple streaks of light hit the back of the Bulette, striking it on the hard carapace. But since you have hit it from behind, it's a little softer, a little weaker at this point.
It's more to get its attention, so
you hear it roar out in pain and frustration. Is that all for you?
It's all for me.
Makron.
No, wait.
Oh, yes, it is Gaz. I apologize.
All right. Gaz is going to run forward. Bonus action, rage, and my tail grows out, and I shall make 2 attacks with my longsword recklessly. Starting with a 27 to hit.
Will hit.
10 points of damage. 27 to hit.
Will hit.
10 points of damage. And that is it.
Okay. Again, yeah, it just roars out in pain and frustration as you slash across its hard carapace face. Makron, now it is your turn.
Makron rolled an Arcana check and got a 23, so I'm pretty sure he recognized that was an effective magic missile that came off. And there's kind of a half-second pause as I'm like, wait, when's Xonimus? Okay, whatever. And then he's going to charge forward with Gaz and swing the hammer at this thing as well. And that... is a modified 25.
Ooh, good one.
And so with 8 points of damage plus bonus action from Stone Sorcery, Thunderous Smite to do...
Makron.
Yeah.
Don't Thunderous Smite, you're gonna cave us in.
Did I mention the wisdom problem?
Did we learn nothing from our previous encounter?
Never. We learned nothing.
Oh, wait, it's in this place too?
That's the stated action that you've chosen to take, so...
That is the stated action. He got all excited about it. So it's an 8 for the regular damage and 7 more points for the Thunderous Smite that fills the room.
Roll me percentile.
74.
Luckily, this time the tunnel holds.
All right. Woo.
Poppy looks over at Makron and says, Makron, honey, listen, I may have been unconscious, but I'm aware there was a cave in.
Yeah. Oh, did I do that?
Yeah, that was you.
Please stop. We haven't found the crystal yet.
Sorry, everybody. Okay, wait, I got it. Okay, yep, that's it. That's all we have. We moved, we attacked, we bonus actioned, we're done.
Poppy, make good choices.
I will try to make good choices. Okay, I'm going to attempt another spell. Let's see how this goes. So I'm going to attempt to polymorph one of these Bulette, which is a wisdom saving throw, still a 16. And if this doesn't work, I'm giving up.
Hey, that's a 14.
Okay, let's do the one on the right, 'cause that's what I tried to guess. So we're gonna do the one on the right, and I'm gonna turn him into... Can I turn him into like a chihuahua?
Sure.
I'm gonna turn him into a chihuahua, and I'm gonna say, nobody hit that dog! Look how cute it is! Don't hit it!
All of a sudden, just, this Bulette was standing there like growling, and it had been the one that had been hit by, all of Xonimus's magic missile damage, right? You just watch as this massive creature just shrinks until you have something that you could cuddle in your lap.
And I'm gonna look across the way because I can see Xonimus now and say, Xonimus, is that what you wanted me to do?
You're doing a great job, Poppy. I wanted it distracted. It's distracted.
Konnor, what's good?
Taking a page out of Poppy's book, I'm going to do my own spin on it and cast Confusion on the other one.
2.
Oh, yay! It is confused.
Let's run.
Now that chihuahua, unless he takes damage, is gonna stay a chihuahua for an hour.
Right.
Well, mine lasts up to a minute, so we should go.
When you guys start running this way, I'm like, that's not what I planned. I'm proud of all of you.
So what happens when my Bulette gets unconfused and eats the other Bulette?
We take the chihuahua with us.
Yeah, the chihuahua's going in my backpack. Confused can't take reaction, right?
Yeah, on its turns, I just have to roll to see what it does.
Which its turn is right now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 7.
Creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
Not the chihuahua!
If there is no creature within its reach, the creature does nothing this turn.
I will say that because y'all have kind of started booking it down the tunnel, so we'll just go with that. It's just a very confused Bulette.
I like to imagine Gaz as he runs by just scoops the chihuahua and goes.
Well, fearless leader Xonimus, what would you like to do?
Once everyone starts coming this way, yeah, let's spin around and keep heading into the...
He's gonna stay a cute little puppy dog for about an hour, so I can give you about a 4 to 5 minute heads up. Now, nobody hit that dog. It's very cute. Nobody do any damage to it because he is a little dog. He only has 1 hit point.
All right, how long is that other one going to stand there talking to the wall?
Only a minute.
Well, let's take advantage of the time that we got and see if we can find what we're looking for and get it out of here.
I could try to turn the other one into a chihuahua too.
If we need to.
Keep that one in our back pocket.
If we need to. For right now, let's just move on.
So if you move your full movement, you can get down into the area that they were guarding. You do notice in the center of the chamber, there is what appears to be a nest.
There's no sign that says flight crystals found here and an arrow?
No, but I will take perception checks.
I'm never good at perception. I need you to say that every time. I just got an 18.
And 21, baby!
17 for a total of 18.
9. I'm taking care of the Chihuahua.
All right, Brooke, what did you get for your perception?
And 18 as well.
Okay.
I'm looking high and low for this flight crystal. I got a 21. I'm desperate for this flight crystal.
Along the wall, you see a glowing blue vein of crystal.
Hey, Makrin, did you pick up any of them pickaxes back there? I got some mining I need you to do.
I got a horse smasher right here.
I don't need you to smash it. I need you to get it out of the wall.
Yeah.
But I need this to be the fastest mining you've ever done in your life because we don't need that other one to come and get us.
What does it do if I rolled a 3?
3, the creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Yes.
I need a wisdom save from it still.
It's an 11.
Still confused.
Okay. Makrin, so what I would take, and I will give you advantage on this because dwarf, and because this is also something that, like, this is what your family kind of does. What skill would you like to use? I will allow you to pick.
Nature kind of makes the most sense unless it would be Arcana into it as well. So.
I would say either it's a magical crystal, so a magical ore. I would allow you to roll basically an Arcana check at advantage to extract a proper sample of this crystal that you could utilize.
First roll is a modified 20.
So yes, you examine this crystal vein and you find a spot where you can chip some away from the wall. Go ahead and roll me with a modified 20, roll me a d10.
A 10.
Okay, you manage to pick out 10 usable samples of flight crystal.
Oh!
Yay!
I was shooting for 2.
You're gonna make your Uncle Smithson so happy.
Oh my gosh! Look at this! It's like when you see like one of those chunks of crystalline...
Geodes?
Yeah, geodes. And all the branches, all the stems that are sticking up out of them. You know, I'm able to free one of those up and they're just almost semi-naturally formed. They'll be fantastic for shaping these into those slotted crystals that we've seen slide in and out.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
So from what it seems like, this mine was active 5,000 years ago. So they probably got to all of the usable ore in the other chambers. And this might have been one of the last exploratory chambers that they had dug to try to find more samples of this stuff. But no one's used it. No one's needed it in 5,000 years.
So let's get out of here.
All right, do you leave the Chihuahua behind?
No, I've got the Chihuahua with me. Let's start heading. I've got a plan for the Chihuahua. Zani, lead us.
We're going, yeah.
Run!
Heading back out.
Past the confused Bulette, you all head out of the mine.
As I get to the doorway, I will take the Chihuahua and I will throw him at the Bulette.
Damaging him, right?
Yes, and then I will book it using another rage so that I can actually double my speed and use an action to dash. So I'm out of the place probably faster than the other. So
Xonimus runs past and Poppy just leaves and holds onto the back of the cloak.
If you reach up to grab him, he'll scoop you up and keep going. But I'm also not going to like outrun you and leave you behind, you know.
I've been scooped.
I have to say I'm very proud of us not going all murder hobo on those Bulettes.
The one thing we decide not to kill.
Because you would have left some orphan baby Bulettes.
Sometimes death is necessary, but it wasn't this time.
I told you we should have kicked the nest. We could have raised them as our own. They could have been digging for us. It would have been great. We could have trained them.
That's not how those guys work.
Well, I need a shield, and I'm going to say I'm disappointed that I couldn't like rip some hide off one of these things.
You know what, guys? You really deserve this. Level 10.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
You have Flight Crystal. It has almost a song about it as you hold it in your hands, Makran.
Oh, yeah.
It's unlike any other gem that you have ever encountered. Strong magic, possibly stronger than Firestone.
What color is it?
In its raw form, it's a very bright blue.
Something, as I'm holding it and I'm looking at it, Flight Crystal, and I can just feel the arcane vibrations off of it. Something suddenly makes sense to Makran. Maybe because it amplifies the weave, maybe because it's about travel and flight, but just internally, something suddenly makes sense to Makran.
You're on to something, Makran. What is it?
I was talking to Konnor about this last night. I look at Konnor and I'm like, I think I know where we can go.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, it's not, this crystal didn't do it, but it amplified something for a moment. It just became clear to me. My eyes are looking around the party. I think I can get us back to Jasper right away.
Oh, wow.
Well, let me tell you, my feet would be mighty grateful if we could make that happen.
That'd be pretty cool.
What would be amazing. Do want to look over to Xonimus and say, Xonimus, you had mentioned a temple that you had also wanted to visit before we leave this area. Is that correct?
Yeah. Thundercrack's temple's around here somewhere. Ain't it, Strom?
Well, yes, of course, little one.
We can wait, for sure. Makran's super interested in that.
The magic that you speak of, Makran, I think I might know someone who you would be very interested in speaking with. Come, let me. He puts his hands down, for you all to climb up so he can put you on top of Beloved once again. And this is an old friend that I haven't had the ability to see quite some time. But you will enjoy speaking with her, little Makran. I just know it. I think the two of you will connect very well. I will take you to the Temple of Thundercrack.
Mighty Strom, was This friend you speak of, is she also assigned guardianship like you?
Not of a key.
Okay.
She is a guardian of the temple.
Hooray!
Yes. Come. It will not take us long, I promise. We will be there before you know it. And he has a big smile and a spring to his step as he and Beloved take you along the shoreline, away from the Flight Crystal Mine, and more to the southwestern shore of the Lake of Tears, where he very carefully picks his way through a rock face area before he brings you to a set of doors, 15 feet tall, carved with symbols and images of Thundercrack.
By the Forge. How similar are they to the carvings that we saw at the Temple of Nightmare?
Highly similar.
Steam and whistles, Konnor, look at this.
It's amazing. I've never seen anything like this before.
We have somebody who can read it this time.
Yeah,
Wait. What'd you say, Konnor?
I've never seen anything like this before.
Okay.
Oh, I put my backpack down, reach in, grab out that little patchwork journal, and I start marking some things, copying some things as best I can.
Sense motive.
Sense motive on the kobold.
Yeah.
Give me an insight. Konnor, do you want to give me a persuasion or deception?
Deception.
Dirty 20.
I got a 23.
Next time, you're telling me first.
I kind of wanted to get your hopes up. Maybe you got it. You got it last time.
Makrin is oblivious to what's going on behind him. He's just trying to copy down his symbols as much as he can.
And seeing majesty of this temple, Gaz kneels down to Poppy and says, "You know, young Poppy, it is too bad your friend Gideon couldn't have had a chance to see this."
I mean, yeah. He did see the Temple of Nightmare. It was very similar. Just take all the places it says Thundercrack and just X that out and put Nightmare in. Basically the same thing. But as she responds to you guys, you do see a bit of a wistful memory in her eye, and that she thinks of a lot of things that Gideon would have really liked to experience in the last couple days, and that she wishes he would have seen. And in some ways, she knows that he does know them, and he will know them when we're all together again in dusk.
Well, I'm going to go over to Poppy, lean down and put my hand on her back between her shoulder blades. I'm going to look to Makrin and to Konnor. Gaz?
Yes, my friend.
Gideon is, he's in a better place than all of us right now. And I'll tell you what, my friend, he's not missing a thing.
Tell me this, Strom, do we have a way in here?
Oh, of course. But you may want to stand back 60 feet that way. There is a specific trick to open this door. As the ancient Draconic says, the voice of Thundercrack booms over the desert. Only then will these doors open. He brings forth his staff that you've seen him lean on. 2 hands around the middle. Brings it up straight in front of him and then down. As it crashes to the ground, you hear a huge thunderclap. It echoes throughout the surrounding hills. And as the energy wave bursts out, the doors open. Strom leans his forehead forward and gives a nod. This is the first time in many years that I have visited. It feels good to be back. He turns to you all and motions for you to go in.
We should follow him.
Oh, no. This is your first time in the Temple of Thundercrack. See it with new eyes.
Then we follow Xonimus.
Yeah, we're going in. Poppy.
I mean, okay.
I'm going to look around behind me. Do any of you have a weapon in your hand?
No.
No.
Good. While we're walking, I'm going to look over at Poppy. I'm going to say that sound, that thunder. It's twice I've heard it today. It doesn't make me flinch anymore. Come on. I'm going to change the subject real quick by saying, you know what else is weird? I don't hate Sneaky Coyote either. Not anymore. You ever stub your toe on the leg of your bed?
Once or twice.
Did you end up just hating and despising that bed after yeah. It wasn't worth it, huh? It's kind of pathetic to hate something so minuscule.
You know, just because something's small doesn't mean it's not worth things, and she stands up real tall.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong. I fear you, Poppy Tea Leaf.
I'm not using tea leaf these days, and you know that. I wanted to reach up and put a little hand on your little cheek and kind of lean in conspiratorially and just real quiet. Are you okay? I mean, I know you're okay. You just seem to turn around real quick. And I don't know if you found a shopping mall out in the cave, but you get a fancy coat that nobody's talking about. You're good, right?
I had a visitor last night when we all bedded down. Well, let's just say, similar to Gideon, I too am currently in a better place.
Okay, I trust you. If you say you're okay, then I believe you. Do you think I should leave Wildfire out here, or do you think he can come in?
See Beloved like walking right in.
Oh, come on, Wildfire!
Okay, well, if Wildfire's with us, I'm going to say, I'm all right. Look, I'm going to reach over to Wildfire and give scritches.
Leans in, back leg.
The trick is he likes anybody who will give him scratch. But I trust you because you haven't given me a reason to not trust you before, at least recently. So let's go see a super awesome temple.
When you got knocked out in the cave,
Yeah?
do you remember hearing anything?
I can't remember specific words. I can just kind of remember feelings. And I could feel Gideon far away and I could feel you close and you saved me. You kept me close.
Yeah, okay. And I put my hand back up on your cheek like I did in the cave.
It's the whole side of my face.
Yeah. And then I start taking in the breathtaking vista of the Temple of Thundercrack.
And Poppy tucks a loose hair behind her ear, and her neck's a little red.
The Temple of Thundercrack. Built on a grand scale, but not the grandest of draconic temples. Strom shows you the 4 murals that you have only seen sketched in a journal before. The 4 murals that show the defeat of Cimarron. So the temple itself has kind of a octangular 8-sided shape, and he kind of takes you around in a circle, showing you the 4 murals that show the defeat of Cimarron. And he explains them as, these were the tasks that Thundercrack did to help us in our fight. And this was why we pledged our allegiance to her. We pledged our strength to her. And as you kind of come around, it goes in a circle, but as you come around back to the first mural, Strom then pushes on a certain piece of the inner door that leads you into a smaller chamber in the middle of this main chamber. In the center is a large statue of Thundercrack herself. But on the 4 walls of this room, you see the 4 murals of the Key Guardians. My friends, this was where we swore our oaths to Thundercrack, where we swore to protect the 4 keys. I wonder how she would take finding out about our failure.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was only so much you could do. I mean, she is a mighty dragon, and she still had to have the help of the gods to get Cimarron put under lock and key. So I'm just saying, I don't think she would judge you. I think that she would be glad that you're okay and helping people that are trying to help you to get the keys back.
Thank you, little one. Your words are greater comfort than what you could know.
She gives his boot a little pat.
5,000 years is not a failure. So with all due respect, is the statue of Thundercrack, is she sitting up? Is she just like laying down, like on all fours, kind of like, or is her face way up in the air, or is it down low?
It's very tall. It's not quite life-size, but close. And she is not reared back up, but sitting tall on 4 paws.
I'm going to walk over to the mural of Aeopix. And is he holding his bow?
In the mural, he is riding atop Whirlwind.
Okay.
But you don't see the bow in the mural.
I'm going to reach up and touch like his chest where the feather would have been. And I'm going to turn, standing up taller. I might even seem like Gaz. I might even seem like maybe I'm an inch taller this whole day, you've noticed, maybe. I'm going to turn and I'm going to walk to the base of the statue. I'm going to pull my cloak back and I'm going to draw my sword and hold it out in front of me and turn and look at each of you and motion to the tip of my blade.
So we go over and join you.
Makrin doesn't have any trouble with that. It takes a moment because he still has his journal out, the patchwork one, but he's like, oh, okay. And I walk right over.
This is where the oath was sworn to protect, and for 5,000 years, the oath was upheld. I'm going to look up towards Strom, and I'm going to say, you didn't lose, and you weren't beat. Time is a mighty force. So it is here today that we will not renew that oath, but make a new one, to stop it, to put it all back, and to lock it down again. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it goes without saying, of course.
And I will put my sword back up, step away and nod. And now, Who are these others?
You see another figure entering into the sanctum. Pulls back ancient linen hood. It's a dragonborn. Brass dragonborn.
Konnor's ears perk straight up.
I stand up a little taller, fix my posture.
Xonimus remembers the Dragonborn from the Temple of Nightmare, and he turns and says, "Hello, friend."
Beautifully spoken. I haven't heard such flowery words here in the temple in ages. Strom, welcome back. I see you bring new friends.
Why, hello, my name is Poppy, and I'll take just one step forward and hold. I will druidcraft just a little posy of poppies in my hand and hold it out to her.
Oh, well, such kindness. And she takes the flowers and gives them a sniff. Very nice, very lovely. A druid, I take it.
She kind of flushes really red. Yes, ma'am.
You have the strong scent of the waters of she who weeps about you.
She kind of turns, sniffs her arm. Listen, there's not many opportunities for a shower out here. A girl can only do so much.
Sand scrub does wonders. I am Zianya.
That is a beautiful name.
I am the last of the priesthood who manages this particular temple.
We've met a priest like you before in the Temple of Nightmare.
Ah, you found the resting place of one of our lost brothers. Thank you.
We also sealed it when we left it undisturbed.
Ah, good.
Because we weren't the only ones trying to find it. I'm not 100% sure of the motivations, but the Empire of the Eternal Flame was trying to get in there. There's a lady named Aldonza who had all of these other people enslaved, and she had the Yotes. She was trying to do all of these things, and she had the puppies kidnapped, and then the Yotes kidnapped the people, and the people were having to dig out the temple, and then we found the temple, and we went inside, and we talked to the lady, and she talked about the slumbering nightmare.
She could have been searching for the star roads.
The what now?
The star roads.
Now, are those roads made of stars, roads to stars?
Yes.
I'm unfamiliar. Could you...
Twould perhaps be easier to show you.
That would be just mighty fine. We would really appreciate that.
Follow me. Zianya heads out of the inner sanctum, around the circle once more, and through a doorway that before had been completely hidden. And she takes you all into a hidden passage to a large chamber. And Makran, the signs and symbols on the floor of this chamber look strangely familiar.
By the princess.
This is one of the last remaining gates to the Star Roads.
I look at Konnor. It's gate not like a fence, it's gate like an opening.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
I'm sorry, but I am completely lost here. What are we talking about?
Well, Gaz, I believe that this is some kind of magic that can make us disappear here and reappear somewhere else, maybe? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know why, but I feel like such magic exists.
No, it's a thing. Gaz, you've seen the Misty Step thing, the Stone Step. You've heard of teleport things.
Yes, I have seen teleportation.
It's a doorway. You can open it, and then as long as you have the power to keep it open, anybody can go through. As many as you can, if you can keep it open.
I look over at Zianya and I say, if the Empire had had this in their clutches, they could travel anywhere.
Not anywhere. You see, the Star Roads do not go just anywhere. There must be another gate at the other side. The gate must be open. The gate must be active. Once upon a time, there were many sites that held such gates. But as the ages have passed, the gates have dwindled, falling into disuse, disrepair, the magic's fading. Used to, we could use them as quite the network to travel between the ancient temples of the dragons. Unfortunately, so few remain. If Nightmare's temple was reawakened, it is possible that the gate there could be reopened. And if you can read the maps, as Zianya gestures to a wide variety of symbols on the floor.
You feel as though if you got more of a bird's eye view, like even someone like as tall as Strom, the symbols on the floor and the way they're laid out would almost coordinate with a map of the Callban. And so you see all these different symbols, and there's energetic lights showing which ones are still active and other lights that are dim and in some cases broken.
Xonimus, you remember where Smithson's place? Oh, I guess Makrin would be the best one to ask, huh? Makrin, where does Smithson live? Point on the map.
Well, he was just north of the pillars. So he puts his backpack down, rummages through it, flips open to a page, and very humbly but with full of excitement, but like just keeping himself in check. I walk over to the mistress and I say, what about this one? It's in Draconic, but this symbol, and I point.
Ah, yes. That is a gate still open.
Wait a minute. So this is a temple?
Well, a temple, yes. Not to one of the dragons, but a shrine that was connected via the Star Roads.
Where is this temple, Makrin?
It's the pillars.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Caliban Frontier as Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makrin Stoneshaper, Johnny Payne as Xonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Konnor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gaz. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron Shenanigans Unplugged. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.
And I say, Xonimus, you could have taken me with you. I'm small.
I'm just a distraction. Leave the one on the right alone.
This is actually the correct order that we need to be going in.
That's exactly how it's going to fly.
The worst is when you have, I'm going to go first, and they're the one who rolls a 5. So,
right.
For the thunderous smite that fills the room.
For a person who usually is underground, you don't seem to understand how underground works.
I swear to Daga.
We're dwarven construction. There's no way they could all play into that along those lines. So.
And instead of, the harsh growling and snarling of a mighty Bulette, it's just a...
I'm going to love putting that sound together.
Glad I could help. He's confused by his best friend, the indoor mate, just got turned into a chihuahua.
Yeah.
If the Bulette could make noise other than, hissing and growling, the Bulette would basically be making the AOL dial-up noise.
9, I'm taking care of the chihuahua.
You think he's so cute.
Suddenly, that whole thing, the Yazgash in you just comes out where, whenever she sees a cute animal, just, oh, look at you, fierce thing, you
little ferocious baby.
Can you give us that, Michael? That would be so awesome on your turn if you're just like, oh, Judith's a baby.
Yes. You shall be a fierce monster. Aren't you a fierce monster? Yes, you are. Such a fierce monster. It's
definitely trying to eat you.
So I'm out of the place probably faster than the others. So
Poppy and Makrin in the back are just
yes, it's like Merry and Pippin being passed by the men of the West.
As Gaz goes by, Makrin says, "Oh, that's excellent. We dwarves are also natural sprinters."
Yeah, you throw the Chihuahua at the Bulette. The Chihuahua turns into a Bulette, so the two Bulettes just kind of crash together. They kind of scrapple with one another for a moment at first, but then they both kind of settle down, as they like get back into.
One is still very confused.
Yeah.
Even more so because he was like, hey, there's a Chihuahua coming at me, and it hit him as hard as a Bulette.
The other one is really craving enchiladas, but he's not sure why.
We should have brought Wildfire in there with us.
Ash has been keeping Wildfire alive because Wildfire stays out of trouble.
But then we could have someone bite the Bulette.
Wow.
You could have bit him.
You still recording this, Michael?
Oh, yes.
That better be in the outtakes. If that's not, I'm going to be mad.
At level 10, this is my cool thing. When you reach 10th level, you cannot be charmed or frightened by elementals. I feel like that's going to be helpful. And you are immune to poison and disease.
She will be immune to poison and disease, so Gaz's cooking and the mead, no problem.
Yes.
Just means I'll have to find another way to kill you.
No, I'm adorable. We will revolt.
Bring it.
I imagine that we have a rope that's tied to Beloved's tail, that's tied to Buttercup, and that's how Buttercup follows behind.
Exactly.
Like an elephant's parade. And I look to Xonimus and to Makrin very poignantly, and I say, if there are any kobolds in there, we are talking to them.
Yeah, don't kill them, please.
I don't know what you're talking about, Konnor.
I'll let them have one free shot. If they take a second shot, conversation's over.
No, we would never do that. That'd be terrible.
These would actually be my distant relatives. Please don't hurt them.
60 feet.
60 feet.
60 feet.
That seems highly specific. But yes, we shall step 60 feet back.
There is a reason for this.
2,
I was about to say,
3,
Two.
4.
18 seconds later, Makrin's back far enough.
Come on, Poppy. Is that with a Z or an X?
Z. ZYANYA.
I thought that sounded like a whole lot of vowels.
Yeah.
ZYANYA. I had it, except I had an I between I and Z, but Y and Z. But yeah, I had that.
Thundercrack, thundercrack,